can be picked up by headsets.
That's also
Yeah.
true.
Because my dad used to have a CB antenna, and I used to pick it up on my headset all the time.
But this
Yeah,
is a very old model. That's the only thing I'll say in its defense.
So was mine.
One of my friends, oddly enough, used to
Technology
always
funny.
pick up the Oriole radio station on his headset. And
There are way
no end.
it's between CB and just normal radio waves. It's very possible it's just something like
I
that.
remember that apparently at one point when I was in Discord with you guys, my headset picked up a trucker radio.
Yeah.
Radio waves, you
I gotta
crazy.
answer mom though, because I was texting her because I was like, "What the heck's going on with the Wi-Fi?"
Yeah.
What the hecky?
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, we're just gonna go with Asaya's distracting Azra right now.
Fair enough.
But that's what was happening.
Here's your temporary distraction, a blue ass.
They're playing. Okay.
My sister fly sheeted her donkey, so it's a nice blue ass.
Nice.
Nice.
I know, it's really nice to see. My sister's
Well,
ass.
Fucking well, so close. Ah, God.
well.
Stop it.
Do it again.
Anyways, now that I'm backed off again, I mean, we have one way I could think of that might work, but I can't do my thing unless I rest. If anyone, well, no, because that's, oh, how's that work? Detect thoughts isn't really visual, is it? I guess it'd be descriptive enough. I don't know. I haven't thought about that. Is it? Do you see things?
So
with
what are you
detect
trying?
thoughts?
What are you trying to get out of it?
Well, I'm trying to think of ways we could see what he's seeing. So, like, with detect thoughts, it's like we might be able to understand what he's
I absolutely think
seeing.
detect thoughts is going to, because the surface level is going to be what he is reading, and since he's basically reciting what he's reading right now, it's going to be what he's seeing. So I'll give that to you, 100%.
I just can't do it myself because I don't have that spell. I used to have a ring that does it, but I think Senka has that ring.
Don't look at me, I don't have it.
It's like it does have the ring.
You gonna use it on?
I think she
Yeah,
needs to. Are you attuned to it?
I would need to attune to it, yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Okay. So we either have to wait an hour or.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, I specifically didn't take detect thoughts because I had that ring for so long. And then I put the ring away and never took detect thoughts.
Yeah. Once it gets to the end of the book, it's pretty much lined up with what he says he's seeing. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's just the beginning of the book is very different than what he says he's reading.
Which at one point Senka has him go back and like she reads the first couple of pages.
Probably looked at you like, why are you lying?
That's not what I'm reading, but it's a funny joke, I assume. Anyways.
Yeah, joke. What the hell is going on?
The beginning's really fuzzy. And that's weird.
Yeah, I haven't seen that before.
I mean, I'm sure there's parts of mine that get fuzzy, but there's good reason for that.
Right. I think, however, that's everything we need, however. So... And go ahead and close up the
Are
book.
you sure you don't want anything else? I'm sure there's stuff in here that could help you with Stitch.
Don't worry.
I want to help you.
Well, the chute into the mountain's intriguing, because it's not the way we got in.
Still would be a fun entry.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know we caved it in, but
Maybe this.
it's
maybe
still
there's-
possible we could try to use that as an entrance.
I still have the ring.
Let's just hope Stitch hasn't changed the lock.
He's smart enough, he would have. But also, if the cave on the other end is caved in, then he might not have seen a need to.
Or maybe the ring's linked directly to the door and there's nothing he can do about it.
Just hope we're lucky. But that is definitely one way to try. And once we're done with the ethereal plane, it'll be something we look into.
One of the many.
Mm-hmm.
Tiff, if you want to ask any questions because you were in and out, I understand.
Yeah.
I wish I hadn't been. I was really agitated.
Okay, I'll give you a. Do you want me to give you a little recap?
No, I think I have a general gist.
Okay.
I just... trying to think of a question to ask her. None of it is being nice to the kid, though.
What does your mother look like?
Auburn hair, green eyes. I don't want to say a warm, chubby face.
Hmm.
Sounds like
looking
generic
back-
Mother 378.
So looking back at the distorted picture, from what we can see, do any of those features match? Or is it too distorted?
Sorry, repeat the question.
I was just saying, it's looking back at the distorted picture at the beginning of the book. Do any of those features on the woman match, or is it too distorted to tell?
Yeah, it's about what you'd probably guess. It's about as descriptive as he gave.
Okay. So we could probably agree that the woman standing there is her mother. What is this? Reading into it, does the book make any mention at what's happening in the scene?
So, for which scene?
The scene of the tank.
First birthday.
First birth.
And the one that he describes is potentially one of his first memories of seeing his mother. We'll just say giving him some water or something.
That's what he sees from his point of view?
Yeah.
No, definitely not that.
Hey, Azra.
What?
Did we ever, identify him?
I have no clue. Kid, I have a question. Ever had a dog?
I couldn't afford it if I'm being honest.
Alright. I have a feeling we probably identified him.
It'd be a bad idea to make sure. Well, what Grimfoot wanted to test out apparently needs a day anyways, so...
Well, I don't think we need to really test it out. I can always ask him. But it seemed like...
Just say it out loud. I'm not in the mood to play mind games.
I'm kind of at a loss, okay? Was he one of... Just as a reminder, we, I guess I don't feel like digging. We had learned they had raided one of Stitch's places before, didn't they?
I
Yep.
believe.
Because
Yeah.
I believe Fuckboy was the one that was one of the ones involved. I could be wrong.
I believe so.
I remember the
just
one in
try-
Rhina.
I don't understand why Tiff's breaking, but is it because I called Fuckboy? That's what he was. That's the only place I can think of like a tank like that being.
Grandpa, what time do you think it is? Like, at Juroshog roughly right now? You think they're asleep
Well,
yet?
seeing as I don't understand time zones, is it daylight or is it nighttime?
I'm really hoping it's nighttime. I want to piss some people off.
Maybe it's probably only like a couple hours backwards.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like I'd say probably like 3 hours.
Why?
I told you.
Or,
I
sorry,
wanna piss
3
some people
hours.
off.
Yeah,
I
3 hours
thought that was
backwards.
obvious.
Are you going to talk into the heads?
Yeah.
Okay.
So an idea popped into your head after all of that.
Oh, I just want to harass people.
Oh.
I also have questions that need answers, and I really don't feel like going to see the people that I need the answers from. So, annoying them more with other means is much more appealing.
You know what? Fair enough. Hopefully you get those answers or those questions answered.
Kid, are you going to be useful or useless?
I'm gonna help whatever I can do.
And there's not much he can do besides telling us what he knows and looking over the book. We did figure out another way into the mountain, and there's a chance that we can get back in through it despite everything.
It may be blocked by rubble, but it also may be rubble thin enough we might be able to get through it.
I'm sure there's other things in this book, I swear.
Well,
How about this? I'll take
Well,
the time to
then
look
be
over it with you.
useful and find them.
What?
don't-
Okay, are you telling him to look over the book?
Yeah.
Yeah. Senka's gonna look with him,
It's
so...
intelligence. Wait, so you're gonna assist him in looking over this book.
Yes.
Alright, where is he?
I thought you were gonna slap him with enhanceability. Actually, wait, can I? I need to look at something quick. I might be able to touch him.
Most I can do.
Nope,
is
it's saving throws.
Most I can do is put calm emotions on him in case he sees something really traumatic.
Like
You
when
know what,
Stitch
just
turned
for
his mother
safety,
into the
Azra
insect
is just
golem.
gonna cast Calm Emotions in the area. It's 20 feet, so... Hopefully they don't need that, but it's free. It doesn't cost to take a spell slot.
Free. Ooh.
I mean, it still takes like the
Okay.
action.
So he starts looking through his memories and kind of noticing some things. Wait, I'm realizing something. Those pots that I'm bringing are not the ones that were on that insect golem.
What does that mean?
Hmm.
They weren't on the golem, so they had to go to something else.
Does the book describe exactly what those parts are?
Yes, the book actually does describe exactly what they are. You see just various giant remains. It's not very descriptive in its remains, but you can see the shapes of the parts and other things, and they're storm giant limbs. You see very large limbs that he's bringing piece by piece almost.
I don't like that.
Don't tell me he was.
I don't like it either.
And
trying to
he
make
kind
it
of he
feel no
flips
matter
to a
what.
couple of pages, and you do remember seeing giant remains in that place that the insect golem was being fed. And you kind of start piecing a couple more things together. That was just a hill giant. That was the smallest of the pieces. Let me look at some other things. That was just the first thing I really noticed.
Yeah.
I still don't know what you're saying about the beginning. That's absolutely...
Let's not
I don't
worry
believe
about that
it.
right now. Let's not worry about that right now.
Well,
But
that's why you're the stupid one who hasn't been useful.
I want to also say I remember when I was actually in the lab. If you look down at the caption here, it says there's the sounds of dripping water. I don't know if that means something, but it's not blood. It says water.
Dripping water. So this lab is near a water source.
Did we flood the lab?
Mm-mm. As far as I'm aware, we didn't.
Yeah, I thought we
But it
just
is
came from the
possible.
level.
Yes, but if there's dripping water, it means there's water from above, meaning...
Oh yeah, didn't we? Yeah. I do seem to recall some stuff on that.
That could be a thing. Maybe, I don't know.
No,
Either
it
that or I'm
definitely is.
Either that or something else. There's a lot of things dripping water could mean.
So I feel like I remember, upon receiving some of the deliveries, I remember a city name that they were being sent from.
Alright. Which city is that?
It was the city of Dverg.
Bless you?
Dverg.
Bless you. I don't think you're
Hold on, you
pronouncing
have
it right in the actual tongue.
Who has the map?
Senka, I know where he's talking about. Most people don't pronounce it right.
Fair enough. But still, I just like to give a good look at.
It's right over here. Azra will point on the map because I also know where he was talking about.
Yeah. Okay.
You're just gonna make the poor kid repeat it.
All the way over there.
You know, where
Well,
giants
makes sense.
kind of
That's
come
where,
from.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where a certain someone's climbing a mountain.
I want to remember that there was apparently minotaurs that were sending them to us. But one day I found a minotaur in one of the crates. Looks like he just was thrown in there.
Kind of fucked up.
Well, if they were the one that were supplying the parts, then it probably was one who started asking questions, if I had to take a guess. Yeah, that's just my guess. Could be far from the truth. But you're about to say something.
I would guess they're being used as slaves, knowing what I know now.
Hmm. Right. That's definitely a place that we're gonna have to go and check out then.
Is this a reason to go to Northna?
Looks like it.
No, let's not add more on the plate, Grimfoot. We're finding a soul, we're gonna try to find your master's house. Then, I think Senka needed something.
Well, it depends on how,
Senka, no excuses. I know you had something. I just don't have my book nor enough alcohol in my system to remember it. Is it for your...
We also have your sister.
Let's...
It was for the Crimson Mistress.
What if they're
I'm
still
not
supplying
ready
him?
to do what is needed there.
If they're still supplying
Yeah.
him, we should cut off his supply.
Stop using logic.
Granted, depending on how long ago this was. How long ago was this?
Is it dated in the book? Or something to...
I'm gonna say roughly 4 months.
Okay.
Because that sounds right in my head.
Hmm. So... It still could very likely be happening.
Right. It's still something to check out regardless, so... We'll mark it down somewhere. But anything else that you might realize is actually important?
That's just what I've read over and over again in the book.
All right. Well, it is definitely something. Gives us a new lead to check out. Maybe.
You know, kid, have you
Definitely
ever
put it-
thought maybe they modified your memory to what they wanted it to be?
Every single day, and it horrifies me to no end.
So why are you so dead certain you know what your memories are? Especially this beginning part that doesn't make sense to us, and you think we'd lie about.
Because I don't want to think about what that entails.
Listen, kid, if you want to say you have a shitty, fucked up life, step in line, we all do. Some of us worse than others, some of us better than others. Congratulations, welcome to a fucked up crew.
Trust me, we all have what we have where we came from. It's not what we were then, it's what we're gonna want to be now. Even if it's concerning what's here in these beginning pages. Well, you're who you are right now, regardless of what this says, or what this beginning entails, or about your origins, or whatnot. But I will say, the picture we are seeing here, the one that you described of your mother, that looks to be your mother, so... I'll say there.
Good, he has a mother. That means he's somewhat human and not just a baby hatched from an egg.
Are you saying that those who are hatched don't have mothers?
No, but if he was a clone, I highly doubt he's gonna have
Didn't
memories.
you get hatched?
And what of it? You weren't even born. You've never had a mother.
I'd argue
We're
that
not
this thing
opening the
would've been
beginning of my book.
You sure? You sure about that?
We're focused on the kid.
Oh, Grimfoot, can you hold this?
Hold what?
She passes you a bottle of alcohol. The exact one that Hundor was holding.
He just flicks his wrist and it vanishes.
Thank you. Alright, kid, back to trying to make you useful.
I mean, he's given us some good information.
Back to trying to make you useful and to not make us regret saving you.
Giant zombie golems.
Grimfoot, please stop stating the things that are in my head right now because of the things he's saying. Please don't state it out loud. Right?
Why? It's not like I'm speaking it into the ether.
I would hope
You guys having
you
any
don't have the
bombs go
power
off on the
to
back?
Yeah, we're
cause
having a
something to...
thunderstorm.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's
It's
rumbling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's trying to rain over here too. It's been cloudy for the past 2 days, and it's been trying to rain.
Really? Almost like you said.
I almost did say that. No.
Okay.
It's not that you thought you heard it. I had to correct myself. I almost said past 2 days.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, hopefully, or at least I would hope Grimfoot doesn't have the ability to materialize something out of the ether by just speaking into it.
No, there's a spell for that.
Is there a spell for making you disappear? My happiness come back.
Yes and yes, but you don't want either.
Fair enough.
Literally talked about modify memory multiple times in this campaign.
She could modify memory.
You could
of
bring
her
your
own
ignorant
self.
bliss.
I know,
That'd
but
be
just hearing that
fricked
somebody
up.
doesn't want to be happy doesn't make sense.
I could can I modify my own memories? And then
Yeah.
that would...
You charm yourself. That's the weirdest part.
I would imagine it works like basically you just neuralizing yourself so you forget whatever you wanted to forget, but then it can still be brought back if you're identified. And then they know your memory's been changed.
Well, they'll know that you're under the effects of modified memory. You don't know what's been changed until they decide to use a greater restoration to fix that.
Exactly. But identify would be able to tell you that your memory's been changed.
No, we definitely identified him because we did check for that.
And I think we did confirm that his memory was modified.
But then we didn't change it.
It's not like we had a greater restoration on hand.
Messiah,
Yes. What
Oh
do you need?
no.
are you willing to do something for me that might mildly scar you too? Could you restore his mind?
Can I just take a look at him first?
By all means.
Just gonna walk over and just her eyes flare with that light blue light for a moment. She's just kind of gazing over him for a second. Then it's gone again. His mind's not modified.
Okay, so he's just that stupid.
No, these are his memories. But there's something that I can't explain, and I'm not even sure what I'm seeing.
I think they call it stupidity.
Just gonna look through the book for a moment, though.
You know what? I think I know what it might be.
Did you eat his memories, Sunfa? Do vampires even eat memories?
Probably there are vampires that could do that.
I definitely have read a story on it.
But what if the memories that he's seeing are in fact someone's memories, but are not originally his?
So, like an implant.
Yeah. Which would explain the
What?
first few pages. He's seeing someone else's memories. And for him, they're his. What we're seeing
So
is
it's
probably
an
the
identity
creation.
crisis, is what I'm
Pretty much. Honestly, we've seen something like it. Stitch's clones.
We're gonna give this
Oh.
a great deal of trauma by the end of this.
Yeah, he's hyperventilating right now. Zaya looks down at him.
I casted Calm Emotions. I'll just cast it again.
It's been about 10 minutes,
Yeah,
so
we'll
you do
just
have to
cast
recast it.
again. Feeling a little bit better?
I don't know what to think.
You're you and be happy with who you are, even if you've had a shit life until now. You're alive. That's more than a lot of people.
Like as I said, despite your origins, you are you currently. Even if you are just someone made from someone else's memory, your life up until now is what defines you.
We didn't kill you. That means you're good for something.
Just stands up and then walks out of the calm emotions and just walks over, just sits down.
Not good at this part.
And he's not hyperventilating anymore. He looks kind of calm, but he's just staring off and just blinking a couple of times. He's trying to catch his train.
My brother's...
If you want to make an insight check, you can.
Yeah.
I'll give it a try.
Yeah.
Let me pace back over to my computer.
Alright, here comes
Not
the
good
nat
though,
one.
so don't think I should even try.
17.
You know
Way to
what?
go.
I have
No,
my
that's
spell
unfair.
list
Why
open.
not? A fucking try.
26.
Groupfoot's got it.
Windows has been listening, so.
28.
I've got it. 23.
Holy
I
shit.
rolled a
Yeah.
19!
Oh
Okay.
my fucking goodness.
I was really hoping,
So-
honestly, for a nat 1, and I rolled the 19, and I went, aw.
Wait, what?
You can see he's probably left the calm emotions because he needs to feel some emotions right now. You kind of realize that. But you can see he's taken all of your advice, and he probably just needs to feel this right now. But he's not sobbing his eyes out, crying, fully catatonic state. You can see he's feeling these emotions. And he's just trying to figure out everything right now.
I know I didn't say my roll, but I rolled a natural 20. I thought I'd just point that out.
Damn, the whole moment of clarity.
It's better because it's the first time rolling this set.
Alright, well, he's processing. I want to annoy some people right now.
That's not a good idea right now.
That'd be a good idea. He's taking a moment, so, Azra lights another cigarette and is now gonna go annoy people. However, she'll walk where people can't hear her annoy other people. There has been one person I have been meaning to contact.
No.
Okay.
Ah!
Close my notebook so I can actually use my keyboard. Ryan, would you prefer I message you in Roll20 or Discord?
Either one's fine.
Alright, I will do Roll20. Since I have it already prepped.
Grimfoot, I need your assistance with the book. Senka already solved the beginning of what I was thinking of doing. But I'll need you, and I'm already gonna get Azra. But I need you and Senka later tonight. Probably after sundown?
All right.
Yes. When the moon's light is its strongest, so we're gonna need to wait for deep into the night, actually.
Ooh.
When would be the strongest moonlight?
Witching hour.
Yeah, but that takes place in like different spots too. Witching hour is considered to be certain.
Whenever
Isn't the witching
Grimfoot
hour
decides
multiple
it's
times?
ours. Typically, it's
yeah,
like 3
knowledge.
a.m.
Okay.
2 or 3 a.m.
I want to explain to you my plan, but I think you'd rather see it.
It's usually easier to see than explain.
I'll at least need 3 magic casters of high capability, and I think you 3 can do it.
Well,
I can that. I know you 3 can do it.
Moondar is just gonna Fortnite emote in the corner while he watches. Sorry, he's been. I know Hundar has said basically nothing this whole session, but I promise he's just trying to take information in without spitting it out.
Yeah, he's just learning without having to give him the snarky remark.
He's just trying.
all right. While
Ryan.
Azra's not here, by the way, I am touching the book and looking at the first page.
You. You just come into existence. There's nothing else. You just
That's-
pop
that's-
into
that's
existence.
I think that's pretty much what happens.
You come into existence?
I'm just a face
God.
spirit.
Existence fun?
Please don't fucking wiggle your eyes, Tiff, when you say that. No.
Yes,
Matt.
I come.
Stop it! No, bad. Go to Horty jail.
I love the fact that the mic is closer to me.
Yep.
Also, I've deemed it so. This is now Hundar's dice. I've never
Oh,
had
you
a
got
set
the
for
spinny
him,
one.
so yeah, I got the spinny one for my birthday. I haven't used it yet, so I found I found a use for it now.
Stop deep throating, bud.
Which I'm amazed that
I'm
the
practicing
first
for
roll
you.
was a natural 20, so I'm scared now that this is going to become cursed die. And actually, let me roll it a few times just to see. Okay, it's equalized. Got a 3.
Every time I'm on my sheet, I click this one feature. But I never put anything in the description, so it doesn't do anything.
What do you mean?
It's a magic item that I have.
Oh,
I
so
put
you
it
don't
in
have
my
the
features
description?
and traits, and I didn't put the description in because I was sent the item's actual card.
I think I did that with the Star Cloak in Sunday. Because I just haven't.
Yep.
Most of Grimfoot's items are actually just in a
Eating a
handout.
picture.
Some of
I
them he
know.
doesn't have right now. Like the Ring of Detect Thoughts is technically still in there, but he doesn't actually have it.
Dar's Winter Hell is a picture, so I had to type that all out by hand. Wasn't that much though, so I'm not too worried. You can go num 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 without anything in your mouth is a little weird, because if you're just thinking in your mouth. That sounds horrible, I'm so sorry.
It's bread water.
It's bread.
Nom 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 nom.
Hangover Kyo, man.
Nom 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 nom.
It works it works magic.
It is literally everything you need to deal with a hangover, except you should never put them all into one jar.
Yeah,
It would.
you probably throw up.
Food, drink, a little bit of salt to help with dehydration. Like it's everything you need. You
Salt
shouldn't
made
put...
you more dehydrated.
No, you actually want some salt. It helps with dehydration. Too much salt will dehydrate you, but if you are dehydrated, a little bit of salt actually helps because it helps draw moisture to your mouth.
You know what, guys? We should make a a company in one of these D&D campaigns, similar to electrolyte drinks. I'm not gonna say the names of those. So then we can just sell it. We'd make bank. Those farmers work 10 times as hard.
Yes, Diarade.
Yes.
If you want, Ryan, I can walk back in and we can just have this conversation in private if you want to keep moving the stuff forward.
Yeah,
with the
that's
messaging.
what I was hoping for.
Okay.
I'm
So
wondering what
Azra will have
everyone else
had
has
this-
done.
This conversation will continue, but she's already had it. She's walking back in and she looks so happy.
Oh no.
Looks like it
He's
looks like it went
smiling.
well.
Grumfoot, why do you look like death throws over? You look like you're about to run out the door.
Why do you look like the world's ending?
The world isn't ending. It's a wonderful place.
Did a doppelganger get her while she was out of the room?
That's pretty fucking rude.
You did
Okay,
have
there we
your
go.
hand on that book for a moment.
What do you mean? The book looks normal.
So did you peek, Grimfoot? Did you decide to see the answer to my question of making fun of you if you were born or not?
There is no beginning.
That's funny. You have no beginning,
There's-
but you can have an end. That's even funnier.
So you're saying is Grimfoot, you
Everything
always
has an
have been and you always will be.
Maybe if he was deep in a druid hole, but as of right now, nope.
Druid hole.
I do not like the word druid hole.
It's not like where a druid digs
I
a
thought of Hellsing
rabbit
from
hole,
Baldur's
but
Gate.
Just go find a
What,
good
you don't-
storybook. It'll teach you.
What,
all
you don't
about
want to
it.
be druid deep in a bear?
No, I do not.
what about bear deep into druid?
What did I
Also
miss while
no.
I was out?
Not much.
Nothing.
Sai does want help with the
Got it. You're
Book
all
of Thoth.
fucking useless. Glad we're still keeping up with it.
Nope, this is the real her.
She's still smiling.
Of course, Grimfoot forgot that Asaya wanted help with the Book of Thoth.
Well, I just assumed Asaya would ask her herself. It's not my
Mhm.
place to ask for others, unless they ask me to ask.
Azra takes
So,
a moment, pinches the
Azra, I was
nose.
working on that gift, and it's finally
Nope,
done.
I'm out, and she walks out the door. Nope. Nope.
That smile immediately curled into a 180.
What?
She hates that. She just absolutely does not like that Asaya's been thinking about a gift for another person, despite asking her for help.
Now I'm definitely curious.
Well, best to give time or wait. I think
You
I
could talk
stand
into
my
her
ground
head.
here.
Don't you have that thingy that lets you talk to her?
The earring?
I don't think it's the best to talk in someone's head right now when they're feeling like this, but I'm
I
not
do it.
gonna give that a shot. She's gonna walk out the door. Azra, you have to get this over with eventually. I need 3 magic casters. I can find someone else. I'd just rather you be there.
Why does it have to be you?
Because I don't. Hold on. What gift do you think I'm thinking about right now?
The one for the guy who's taking us from the other plane.
Yes, and have you thought of anything yet?
No, but I don't like that you have.
When are you planning on leaving?
Tomorrow, I think.
And you haven't thought of a gift idea yet?
I've had a couple.
Go on then. I think you should tell me them.
Well, I'm pretty sure Grimfoot had one of them. You know, I've got some pretty good booze.
So, what do you think an ethereal pirate who can travel in and out of the ethereal plane would want with booze? I'm sure he can get that anywhere.
Hey, now that sounds cool. Also, it's a bit scary watching Azra squirm like this.
What, would you rather I give him the Book of Thoth or something?
No, but that's part of my gift, so you'd probably be happy with my gift then.
Why would I be happy about that?
Well, because I plan on cutting a few pages of the book out and giving it to him.
I'm sorry, and how mad will this make Thoth?
Well, if we do it under his moonlight, I'm hoping he'll be quite okay with it as long as I weave the book back
You're
together.
hoping. No, no.
I want to do this more now.
I'm a focus for the gods here. I don't see why we can't do it.
I feel like there's a certain level of permission to cutting out the Book of Thoth we need that you're just like glazing over.
Well, we could talk to the head priest, but I feel like he'd be okay with it.
Feel like and know are two different things.
Well, you'll be on the ethereal plane by then, so you won't have to deal with it. I'll deal with repercussions.
No!
I
didn't
feel like I
come
need to
here
ask
to make
the,
more problems for you. He didn't. Ah!
I have to ask, what would happen if you cut a few pages out of the Book of Thoth?
As long as they're my pages, I don't see anything wrong with it. I just wouldn't be able to read those memories again.
Azra definitely looks thoroughly aggravated.
You know, there are some memories I do think that I would like to not remember, but you know.
No, we are not solving our problems by ripping memories out. You all made me go to the plane of fire and deal with mine. You can deal with yours too. Azra punches
Well, then
Grimfoot.
ask the head priest of Thoth, then.
I will go talk
So-
to them. I don't care who comes. But if he keeps smiling, pointing at Grimfoot, I'm going to murder him.
I'm always smiling.
Well, stop it.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work that way.
At this point, I'd rather have the insect golem.
Speaking of, where did that thing go?
You better find it, because I swear, if it makes Charlie useless again, I will hit you again.
I think I left it in the dragon keep.
Again?
Could be wrong. Well, not her dragon keep, the other dragon keep. Or did I leave it in Azra's kingdom? I can't remember.
Why are you all supporting this terrible idea? I'm gonna go get permission. Naz just starts walking.
Isn't part of whatever ritual she's asking us to help with, isn't part of it just going to be her requesting permission? I feel like you can't damage this book without him expressly giving it permission, unless you do some foreign ritual.
Azra just
Some
like
unholy ritual.
Grimfoot's right. It's just if the head priest was there to be on our side, it'd be a lot easier. And since this is to get this Fahanse's soul back, he might agree.
Azra, when Grimfoot was talking, she just, as she was walking away, she did one of these and then. And then she just kept walking.
Okay, I devolved into madness because I forgot how to speak.
But she's heading to the head priest of Thoth.
And so it'll only just damage your ability to read those memories. Not the
To be
memories
fair.
themselves.
He's basically giving away her memories to someone else. I don't see why
Yeah.
that'd be an issue. You've lived many lives. What's wrong with getting rid of one?
She's getting rid of the one that
They've done
that
it
guy's
before.
probably in love with, so.
Is anyone gonna follow her?
I want to know if she's getting teleported there.
I want to know
Actually,
how she's getting teleported there.
Yeah, aren't you out of spells, Grimfoot?
If I
Yes,
don't
I
go
can't
with her-
cast it. I can't cast a teleportation circle
Oh yeah,
right
who
now.
sent me back, Ryan, from the other place? I know.
It would have been Seraphina, I think.
Okay, Seraphine.
I believe that was her name.
Yeah.
I was waiting for someone to realize that she can't get to the priest of Thoth right now.
A good time.
It's gonna be a long walk.
Yeah. It'll take longer than a day, that's for sure.
Ryan, Azra for Oasis.
Okay. You're looking for your brother then too, basically, as they've become not inseparable, but near inseparable. However, if you wanted to look for them, take a guess at where they would be.
Getting into trouble. That's where it's gonna start. But I have a feeling.
Well,
they're
you
in
find them
this-
getting into trouble, and then you see a trail of trouble leading back to a familiar underwater cave.
Yeah.
I thought you'd find him in the pantry.
Well, that's...
Really wasn't planning on a swim. She just dives in.
You can find him, though. He's in there, and he's kind of surprised as... You see the horde has slowly grown from, like, around 2 feet, about 2 feet of gold around this cavern to, like, 3 feet.
Azra will add the Silver Anubis mummification tools as a tribute to his horde. Slash, it gets rid of them for me and gets them somewhat protected there.
I'll make sure to take really good care of him. I'm swearing you there.
If you sell these, I will release every little bit of embarrassing information I have on you.
Oh, listen to Oasis. It's all lies.
Every last
Uh,
insignificant little bit of information, down to when you last wet your bed.
Yesterday.
Was only once, and it never happened. That was Lil Sis.
They stay here, they're a tribute to him because I'm now in his horde. I get your friends. How big is he now? Is he big enough that Azra can ride him yet? Or is he still...
No, not enough time has
Okay.
passed since then. You're probably guessing maybe another, like, 6 months to a year he might grow again. Because it's been pretty recent since he's grown the last time.
You still wearing the bracelet?
Didn't ever take it off, I swear.
I'd be surprised if you did. Turning into a large crocodile probably has had you some benefits here. If not tribute thrown your way.
I was actually thinking of a plan. Going to Fayum, transform into a crocodile. That would probably be stealing from the gods, so I'm gonna not do that.
I'm gonna let you know, Reshef gave me that, and you better not piss him off.
So I'll stay here, where crocodiles are not as holy, and do it.
Better choice.
I missed you though. I'm happy to see you're back, even if it's might be for a short time again.
He's gonna run up to you and give you a hug.
Yeah. Azra will take her dad's ring off of her neck and put it around his.
You won't have to convince me to not sell this. I will keep this safe for them myself.
You are still more important than that ring. I'd rather have my brother than that ring. But but I'm glad that you will treasure it. Azra definitely goes to say something and then just doesn't.
I know you're gonna bring back our sister. The good one.
So you don't like the other one?
From what I remember now, yeah. Before, I had no clue.
Doesn't mean she's still not your older sister.
But I can't forgive her for what she's done. How could I?
Because everyone makes mistakes and everyone does things that they think are right even if they're not.
I say that, but I'm sitting in a room where I stole half the gold here.
Just between you and me, you stole more. You were Oasis.
I'll answer every other question, not that one.
Guess I can't give you any more cool gifts.
Make Oasis feel bad, that's why I can't say it.
Alright, I've wasted enough time. You're getting sappy emotional and you'll think I'll stay longer. She'll pat him on the head. Take care of Oasis for me.
Every time. Until you're back, then he's yours again.
Cute. I definitely think you've won that battle. Her hand probably lingers a little longer on his head than it would normally, and then she just kind of leaves.
He will follow you back since it's getting late anyways, and doesn't sleep down here. But Grimfoot and whoever is around Asaya right now, you see she is casting Ascending Message. You've all seen her done this by now, and everyone do it. She's casting Ascending Message.
Yep, we're all very familiar.
You know what? Just for the heck of it, Ryan, Azra will use Summon Draconic Spirit and summon a dragon that looks similar to Vastergoth for her brother to ride, if he would want.
Sure. Oasis is a little jealous, but then Oasis basically goes behind and grabs like the back of your cloak and then it's pushed and swims forward with you.
When they like breach the water, she's gonna look at Oasis. You are too big to climb into my cloak. I can give you. I don't even know if I can give you piggybacks anymore.
He just kind of splashes some water at you. Just a playful smile.
Yeah. You're welcome to play with the dragon spirit when you want. Oh shit. I did not ask for help. Never mind. However, she would pat his head, give him a chin scritch.
Scritches.
Then
So are you heading back to the main pyramid then?
yeah.
By the time you get back, you all would probably hear a crackling portal starting to open, maybe like 10 or so minutes after she arrives.
Oh. I think we have our way.
Of course, I forgot to put that. Second.
Okay then.
We have a friend coming.
It's like it.
Can you go for a swim?
Shut up. At least I smell better than you.
I smell perfectly fine.
To you.
Grimfoot, have you ever heard of nose blindness?
No.
Coming out of
Did you look it up?
a sparkling, crackling portal that kind of has some scrolls that go around it at first, and then it fully forms a circle into a moon that kind of glimmers for a moment before this head priest steps through with this scroll that almost is writing itself as he walks. He just approaches all of you. I have heard someone wishes to alter the book. Who is in possession of this artifact of thought?
I can't carry it.
Aren't you using it right now?
What? No. I just touched it for a second. I left it where it was.
Stop
Did we leave the
touching
book on the ground?
foot.
Sanka just face palms.
Are all of you in possession of this book?
I mean, we
Pretty
all
much,
carry
yeah.
it. We've all utilized it.
Then all of you are here for judgment on the trial.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
Judgment?
We shall begin whenever you wish. It must occur before the moon
Are you
crosses the sky and sets.
I don't like this.
I'll go fetch the book real quick.
Azra,
If you wish to back out, I will leave through the portal which I came through.
Ezra is dead staring at Asaya.
What kind of trial are we going through?
It's good to see you, Bidu. It's been quite a while. I'm guessing... Oh, sorry, that's not... I'm guessing this is your idea. She just nods. And unless they say otherwise, I think it should happen. But if they want to say against it, they can.
Why the hell is there a fucking trial?
I already agreed to help.
Sanka walked away and then she walks back holding the book. Alright, I'm pretty much ready.
Do you wish to ask any questions before the
Yeah,
judgment
What the
begins?
hell is this trial about?
I will ask and expect some kind of return on questions to if the book should be changed for good, and if Thoth allows it, moonlight shall shine upon the pages ripped out and repair the book.
Lovely, we're going to be judged by a god.
Not
be
the
the first
first
time.
time.
This has happened a few times. There are times when knowledge is important to be separate from its library. At some point it will be respected to return, but how long that may be, Thoth is around for a while.
I hate
Oh,
every
pages.
last fucking second of this.
So what you're saying is eventually pages ripped out will eventually find their way back.
They will.
I mean,
And this
Makes
is
sense.
the only way to alter the book with his permission.
To remove the pages from the book, it is impossible to transcribe them, as one must have the scribe and the quill of Thoth. If one does not have those two, the pages must be separate.
Okay, let's just get this the fuck over with.
as we were told before, that this should only damage only the person who the pages are coming from, the ability to read their memories from the book, and nothing else of the book. Correct?
Yes, only the memories that they would be seeing on the book are altered. This book is not one's full knowledge of their memories. It is the knowledge of the world around them. If someone sees it as one might not see it, then they will see it a different way. This is fact.
Upon hearing that, Senka turns around to look to see if Charlie is still in the room, and that said,
No, he's just kind of found a nice room that, unless you all wanted him to still
He's
be
going
there.
through an existential crisis.
No,
"Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
we told this guy he was getting a vacation. We're
So
gonna give him at least
he is
one
off
day.
enjoying his vacation then. We'll say that for brevity's sake.
Huh. So, if seen through, so it's all about perspective then.
Yes. As is any book that is read. One may read a book, and then someone else that they give the book might read it a different way.
Well, that explains why he was seeing it differently. Seeing like
The gods are cryptic. It is their nature, and we are the voice of our gods. Knowledge is cryptic, extensive, and more than anything, curious.
I want to understand what you meant by our gods. Which ones are we referring to?
The gods that judge this land.
Not to
Are
be
you guys good?
pedantic,
Can we start
but
the stupid ritual now?
I guess if we got any more questions, we can ask them afterwards.
I'm losing my nerve. I just want to get it started.
Yeah, might be best to do this while she's still willing.
I didn't do that.
I believe it shall not hurt. I have not seen the book altered in my lifetime, but there is a chance.
You're saying this could hurt Asaya?
Only momentarily.
Azra just kind of gives that really.
Saya is looking off in the direction and whistling like she didn't know this was gonna happen.
All right, now just fine. I know we said no more questions, but now with that being brought up on the topic, so when we say it's gonna hurt, we're like minor, probably sting, or maybe to the point we might hear her scream.
The moon's light will be altering the book. It is either she takes the pain, or all of the casters take the pain.
The casters are taking the pain.
If that is what you wish, then it
Yes.
shall be so.
Wait,
Grimfoot,
what?
get over it.
I mean, I've apparently felt what is supposed to be the worst pain you could ever feel, so can't be that bad, huh?
But I'm also curious at what it would feel like.
Okay, so
I hate
thinking about the
this.
worst pain that ever is felt, I thought of childbirth, and I don't know why.
My man's never stubbed his toe.
Unfortunately for Senka, it's not that.
Brother,
Try
don't
being
even
nicked.
say that.
Try being nicked by a sword that's supposed to kill gods.
That's a wee bit.
Well, try several nicks actually.
The head priest looks over to you, Grimfoot. And bookkeeper, you shall be almost encouraged by this. Your book might seek freedom.
So what you're saying is, by doing this, it might help with his issue with the book he currently has.
I thought Grimfoot was just a dumbass.
I'm unsure.
That is a good thing to think about. All right.
Are there any that object to the Book of Thoth being altered?
No objection here.
Then the judgment will begin. And the moon is almost at its peak right now. And there is just this very faint but slightly visible, almost cylinder that does form, similar to that of a moonbeam, and it hits this book, and you watch as the book starts to rise up. However, Asaya has to hold on to it still, as it is her memories that are being altered. But you all are circled around her now at this point, and what level of spell are the magic casters putting into this?
Senka will put in her highest, but
put
unfortunately
in my
that's only
6.
level 2.
Okay.
I'll put in the highest that I still have available today, aka a 4th.
And what was Senko's?
Second level's the highest, unless you count
So?
the 1/3 level.
2, 4, and 6?
You
She
had
has
to beat a
the
10, and you got 12, so you all take
Oh, hell yes.
26 damage. Grimfoot, that damage is halved as you are carrying your book and you feel some of that light is jettisoned to the chains, and you see one of the 3 heavy chains that are bounding this book break off it almost, and you see you only have 1 left.
69 health.
Down to 78.
However, you watch as
You guys are above 6?
Wait, no.
you guys watch as the pages are slowly being ripped out of this book, but as they are being ripped out, new paper is almost being woven in by this moonlight just as quickly as it is being ripped out. And by the time it is done, you see somewhat of a smaller book that doesn't look as magical or as tough or as durable as the actual Book of Thoth. But you see a small little handbook that is almost laying on top of the book now.
You know, that didn't sting as much as I thought it would.
Someone asked me to remember something.
What is it?
Remember something?
I guess.
What's something easy to ask her to remember?
She's just kind of like staring off and just blinking while holding these two books.
Do you remember where we first met?
Sand. Sand. See, that didn't do enough. It's not descriptive enough of a place.
How about this? How about where we when we first started traveling together?
That's where we met her.
Oh, that's where she guided us to this Fahante's pyramid, but it was after that when she officially started traveling with us as our guide. I think it'd be Azra who might be able to ask her something better to remember.
Do you
Actually,
remember the first gift I gave you?
Wasn't the earring, was it?
It was one
Was
of
not
the first
here.
few gifts. I believe it's actually in our DMs in Discord.
That's a long time ago. I probably should remember this, but there's no
You
chance
stumped
I
the
do.
DM.
I had a feeling it would.
yeah.
Unfortunately, I had a feeling it would. I'm going to pull the image of it because I know I said
Remember we went tripping on that melon?
Oh my god.
I think it
Yeah,
was
no.
Chazoot.
There's no chance I'm remembering.
Tiff's trying to remember now too.
I'm pretty sure it was
You
an
muted.
outfit. I'm just double checking.
I was it? I do remember that, but I thought that was after the earring.
That's why I'm double checking.
I'll say this while Tiff double checks Glenn with his new mic when he was holding it. Glenn, you look like a news reporter.
What do you mean?
Either that, or it looks
Coming
like
to
you're
you
about
live
to
from the
give
sands of
the
Asharia.
Oh,
Today we're witnessing
Either
a
that,
moment
or
in
you're
history of
about
alteration of the Book of Thoth.
What do you mean? I got this mic specifically so that I could play a media in Cyberpunk.
oh, perfect.
No.
What do you think about that?
I like how the end of that cut off because you moved it away.
Yeah,
Would
because
you
I turned
rather
it away.
Ask her what wine we both shared. Tell you, it's a very specific one from an old year that she actually one of her lives had. Don't think I still have it written down on which it was, because I gave it to her as a gift before I left that one time. Gosh dang it, why do I art dump Ryan like I art dump Glenn?
You haven't art dumped me recently.
Thank
I haven't gotten R in a while either. That's how I know you're really far back in DMs.
been a lot of jester-like art.
It's okay. Cam sends me random art every now and then. I'm like, dude, are you trying to kill the party?
And no offense,
Yes.
some of these arts I'm seeing, I'm like, I should pull that one out. The funny thing is, it's not like we talk all the time. Okay, now I definitely think I'm too far back, 'cause this is where I picked the art for Alistair. Don't know if it's... Okay, that's the art for Azra's armor.
You have art for that?
Oh, I think I found it. Unless
Here's some witches.
this. Oh no, that was a disguised self outfit. I think that's what that
Play
was.
dragons.
From this to Glenn. Thank you, remind.
No, I can't remember exactly.
That's what Serenity should have looked like.
Know what's considered a decent tale? Do you remember what we found a few days ago that you're not supposed to say to Grimfoot?
A dragon egg.
Well, she lost that memory.
An egg?
No.
I'm not supposed to say that. Where am I? Azra? Grimfoot. There's other people. Oh.
That's the
Bidu.
That's the shock of hearing those pages did have a bit of a effect.
What were we making a gift for? This was on the top of my head for the past 3 days. Did I forget to give you a gift?
Forget to give me a gift?
There was something I was supposed to make and give you, and I can't remember it anymore.
I think it's that book.
The thin
This is the Book of Thoth.
No, the
The
other
other
no-
book.
The other one.
Oh, but who are we supposed to... Do I give it to you? We were making it for someone.
Just hand it to me.
Just hands the book to you.
No, that makes sense. If you're getting rid of all that, it's going to take all of that.
Yep.
No, that makes sense.
hmm I had a feeling that's what was going to happen when I was asking.
It was for your mission. You needed something for your mission to the ethereal plane.
Stop.
Oh, I
pressing
apologize.
Your head. Oh my god.
It was for an ethereal pirate.
Okay, fair enough.
hmm
If Bidu's here, then I'm sure it was a good idea.
It clearly worked.
Well, good news is we do have the gift worm. Now
Where's
we
the
have
art of the
everything
guy
we need.
with the purple sword? What tab is he under?
Guy with the purple sword?
I haven't moved him actually. He's still at the top of the list.
Oh, is that what? Yep.
There's a couple
he's
I haven't
there.
moved. I haven't moved the messenger.
Sorry,
the Thunder
no.
Beast is
Oh, yeah, I
technically
just
in a,
see
found
this.
in a
in
weapon.
6/22/2022 where you sent me the art of him.
I
Damn.
really teased that guy that early?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Why did I
Like,
send that?
I'm
I guess I
finding
just
stuff
sent that
I
as like, oh,
teased.
here's my cool art I found.
To be fair, I'm finding art that I sent you that I teased for you that you guys haven't run into yet, and I'm like,
was funny. Head bracelet goes to Karnak. Well, if there's nothing else required, it seems Thoth has judged this as knowledge that needs to be separate for the moment. If this is concluded, I bid you all adieu. Bidu out.
I don't like that he says that. I don't like that at all.
An adieu to Bidu. Well, That wasn't
Well, it
too bad.
worked. Are you alright,
Also,
Isaiah?
I feel like I made a bad decision. I know I definitely did.
Oh, you definitely got glared at during it.
Mm-hmm.
Look at her standing there full of rage.
She definitely still is. And then the first gift that she gave her wasn't remembered.
I really thought it was the earring.
Pretty sure it wasn't.
I think you're right, because I'm pretty sure it was a gift to Quagabo's ball thing that he was having. Now that I really think about it. Is that it?
Pretty sure it was clothing.
I think it was a dress for Quagabo's ball when you guys got the One Ring. Not the One Ring, but
The One Ring!
Yeah.
One Ring.
The One Ring that Grimfoot has that he loves.
The Ring of Ritual Concentration.
Yeah.
I like how I'm doing this with my fingers, like there's actually a ring there.
Yeah, it's right there. Can't you see it?
Yeah. One
Along
of its
with all
quirks
of
is that it's
Grimfoot's
invisible.
other bling.
It's technically a ring of invisibility, but instead of it making you invisible, it makes itself invisible.
What game had that? There's a game that actually has a Ring of Invisibility
Yeah.
that has like a Path of Exile style inventory, and it just takes up a slot in the inventory. Can't remember which game. Not important right now.
Well, I'm sure that I'm going to learn what I did wrong in a moment.
Oh, you gave up something.
How are you feeling, Azra?
Peachy.
I know I altered my memories, and I'm assuming that it's not an important memory.
It depends on how you look at it.
Assume whatever you'd like.
However, I know I did this without telling you about it first.
You did?
That I remember. I remember the whole event around the ritual.
As long as you're not feeling pain right now.
Only while it was happening, but then I feel most of it was distributed to you all?
It really didn't hurt that much. It did break my book, though.
I
Which
heard something that's
it's actually really good.
metal breaking.
I just have no knowledge of what's in that book.
That's pretty
It's
rough.
fine, and it's an X.
Mhm.
If anything, shouldn't he be happy, Azra? Now she doesn't remember her ex.
Oh boy.
That's really cute. You used the word that was... What was that? Oh, you put my name and happy in the same sentence. And you seem to have said earlier, I'm never happy.
But you were just happy.
Azra just leaves.
Yeah, no, I deserved that. I just know she wouldn't agree to it if I had told her about it earlier.
Nah, she'll come around. Maybe.
Well, it can't be undone. I thank you both for helping me, even if it probably wasn't the right decision.
I don't think we usually pick the right decision anyway.
There's no right or wrong decisions. It's all a matter of perspective. To
Yeah.
you, it seemed like the right one? Or maybe morally gray. To her, it seemed like the wrong one. To me, it seemed fine.
Granted, I don't think she was keen to the idea to begin with, considering, she's had to deal with her own memory being altered.
I didn't see it that way.
I mean, if I remember correctly, it's a memory of one of your past lives, so...
Yes, but that's fair. I did not see she might.
I think any magic that messes with memories might not be.
It might be a sore spot for her.
It could be.
After all, her sister did it to her and her other siblings, so... Made everyone forget the truth behind what she did.
I'm starting to notice a pattern.
There is one other thing, though. When you do give this to whoever you were giving it to, you'll have to explain it's not permanent.
So eventually it'll come back, but...
Yeah.
Or
Hope is that it buys us enough passage.
at the moment, I don't care about them as much, so you could just not tell them, but that's quite rude.
No. When making a pact, you can't lie like that. You can forget to mention it, but I think this will be enough for what we're trying to get.
I mean, if he can read the pages, then what's stopping him from scrying them down and having them permanently?
I don't think that works too well.
I don't know.
I think the head priest said something about a quill. I have to find that.
Yeah, just go steal a couple more artifacts of Thoth, and then do it. Don't do it under our guise, though. What do we do now?
I'm going to go and about what I have to do, but that's not what you need to think about.
Well, we still need one more day left to our preparations before we need to leave.
Oh no.
One more day?
Did not need to think about
Do you want-
that.
I need to sleep. I have spent almost everything I've got. Huh.
Well, you get to resting.
Yeah, I need to rest.
I'll probably check up on Azra here soon. Gonna give her a little bit of time.
Maybe make sure the acid boy doesn't, do something he shouldn't.
If you remember where he's at.
I'm sure he frolicked off into town.
If he's in town, I can see where he's at as well.
Just maybe check in on him if you need to. Just a double check. I'm gonna go find Hundul's room.
Alright. Hope you rest well. Need it.
I always rest well.
Right. I actually don't know. Never seen you on a bad day of resting.
You've never seen me
Comfort.
have a bad day.
Does getting shot count?
That's a normal day at this point.
Actually, I think it would qualify as abnormal now.
But it's only happened a handful of times.
Grimfoot.
Yes.
I know I've asked you this many of times, but why don't you just get your own room? We hear a lot, and you can keep things in this room.
Do I look like I need anything to be carried for me? That you aren't already carrying for me?
Be a real shame if something were to happen to me with all your stuff on me.
Nothing will happen.
I'm not being a Debbie Downer, I'm just saying there's always the chance that somebody doesn't come back from something.
People always come back.
I was just asking mainly. I'm probably gonna go train. Oh, there goes Cam.
The bat flew away. You're going to train.
For the moment, yeah.
It's the middle of the night. Shouldn't you be sleeping?
I've done nothing but sleep for the past few days. I can get about an hour in before I probably start to hit pushing it.
I don't know when we plan to leave, but you better be ready.
You technically gain 2 exhaustion back or 1 exhaustion every long rest?
One per long rest.
Fuck. Okay. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'm gonna be ready. But I'll be as ready as I can be.
You've been sleeping for days. How many more days of sleep do you need?
He thinks about it for a moment and holds up 3 fingers.
No, there's no way you need 3 days.
Sure. Maybe. He thinks about it a little more, probably like 2.
You look, Ryan, I sent you a message replying to where you put, "That's what the guide will wear if you want."
Damn, I was still saying the guide at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might have been before we knew what she was.
Damn.
Would you prefer if I just go to my room and rest?
So yeah, it was enough party.
Yes.
You know what? Third try, I'll take third try.
I was
Without
pretty sure it
saying.
was closed.
Without saying anything, he'll just start to walk back to his room.
Oh, I'm so proud that I actually remembered that. Oh god. It responded.
Hmm. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna follow Hundor to his room. Doing this music right now.
Very somber.
I don't know how far we were getting this session. Spent a while asking Charlie questions. We didn't get to the ethereal plan, which I thought this music was going.
I was hoping to get at least to the point where we'd be leaving.
I think we can get there. We can get there.
If Cam ever comes back to life.
Oh, so
He
while we
gone?
actually have this downtime, Ryan, give me 1 second.
Because Grimfoot's resting. I'm missing, like, too much.
Try to send that.
Okay. I was about to say, like, what's this random jumbling? It's like, that's not a Monster Hunter code. What is this?
That doesn't work. I have to figure something out.
God damn. What the heck?
Tell me if it works or not, Ryan.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because,
I didn't have this.
So-
I didn't have the third one. Thanks so much.
of course, the only reason I was looking at G2A and I saw it was severely underpriced on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna play a multiplayer campaign at some point. I'd have to figure out how to play it first because RTSs are like my bane of
So, to put it simply,
strategy games. I guess is the best way to put it.
Auto resolve is a beautiful button if you can use it.
But yeah,
You
eventually
hating on manual battles?
eventually I'm gonna lose the auto resolve just because of how auto resolves work. So I would then have to fight it one time.
So the fun thing about this one is that if you are playing multiplayer, you can actually, if you are on the same team as somebody, you can give them units to command, so you don't have to command all of them yourself. Unless that's what you want, then you can command all of them yourself. Fuck it, go for it. Or if they're an enemy, you can allow them to control the enemy. But depending on the game mode, the factions from the first 2 games are actually playable. So
Now I'd play one of the dragons. Maybe I think there's like a dragon wind lady. Then there's like a different dragon that I don't remember.
the Jade Twins.
Okay, there's 2 of them.
There's 3 of them technically.
Oh, 3, sorry. Wait, so
That's triplets, not twins.
No, so there's 3.
Penny
of the-
gazes into the void.
What the hell are they even called?
Dived into the void. Oh,
We'll
no.
never see Penny again.
They are.
She's a creature of the void. She's fine.
The
Oh, yeah,
Cathay
true.
is what they're called. Yeah, they're called the Cathay, which is basically just the Chinese Empire.
Also, Tiff, I don't know if you saw Charles's message, but they finally dropped the 3rd part of the Risk of Rain update,
Oh.
which fixed the chef and all that.
Cool. The cam's back.
I'm back.
It's still
Internet just suicide or something.
Yeah.
Look at, but oh, what it was? Oh,
It's
you're
okay.
right.
Was on her way. Go check up on Azra.
Fuck, you're making me on too, you bastard.
Huh?
I said, fuck, you're making me on too, you bastard. He's always yawning when you yawn.
Sucks to suck now.
Yeah, it does.
Uh,
Jesus Christ.
I mean, I'll take the hint, guys. I'll take the hint.
I have not yawned.
I'm exhausted.
Anyways,
I love
Hey,
this
I've been sitting
campaign.
here
I need to
waiting
put
for.
that point.
I've been sitting here waiting for Anna to come out, so that's what my yawn came from.
is there anything else you all are doing tonight?
No.
I sleep.
At least I'm not.
Seika's going to check on Charlie and then check on Azra.
I want to quickly add, I'm not drinking until after session because I do not want to pass out, so.
Do it.
No.
I would hope you wouldn't pass out in 30 minutes of a session. That I'd be concerned about.
Not
I-
even. It's like
I-
20 at this
Start.
point.
I have not drank it yet because
I would.
pass
No. I'm just saying that if you somehow passed out in 20 to 30 minutes from now, I would be definitely concerned that it wasn't the drink, it's something else.
In the limited amount of time we have left, I will stab you.
Tenka is
Anyways.
stalking Charles through the city.
He's doing okay. You can see
Alright.
he's definitely trying to distract himself right now, but he's distracting himself with the town. There are some townspeople that occasionally cheer him up, as this is genuine,
Oh, no.
usually a pretty happy culture.
He found
At
the
least
belly
recently.
dancers.
I hate
Oh
you.
no.
He's actually joining their ranks.
Oh, yeah.
Charlie
Oh.
is belly dancing? Oh my god, I need to see this. Damn, I wish I was there for that.
But give him his privacy after making sure that he's okay. And if you want to go check on Azra, you can.
Yep.
Astra's committing arson.
Oh jeez.
Not a bad idea.
Oh god. Sunday campaign is bleeding over into Monday campaign. Oh god, both Sunday campaigns now.
But yeah, where does Sanka find Azra?
Probably Azra walks towards a bar, stares at it, goes, bad decision. She keeps on just walking aimlessly.
As you turn down booze, what is this sorcery?
Moose isn't strong enough for her now.
Yeah.
Well, she already got a bottle from Undor.
Yeah,
Oh, she gave that to
she gave it back to Grimpa, yeah.
She gave it to Grimpa to hold on to.
Yep.
Oh no, she's gonna do the cocaine. It's the next step.
She's already doing cigarettes. I don't know if she really needs to do more right now.
Doing cigarettes.
Friends. Sanka's just gonna keep walking to the street. Following Azra. Just curious where she's going.
Okay. Since you didn't say you were stealthing, Azra, make a perception check.
Can I willingly choose to fail?
Yeah, if you want to. If you're not paying
Willingly
attention.
Choosing to fail.
Okay. I'll take it. So where's she going next? Well, she's aimlessly wandering.
Probably going to buy more cigarettes.
Okay.
Some very fine cigars or cigarettes sold in this city. You can find many a tobacco shop.
She just wants cheap and a lot.
Or, if you wanted to, you also pass by a hookah bar.
Oh, I don't need those memories right now.
The wacky tobacco.
And she is just straight chain smoking right now, Senka.
Oof.
Been taking down a lot of cigarettes. There's a reason I have to go buy more.
Mm-hmm. Let me check one thing real quick. Cause I know I can do one thing, but do I have the ability to do the other? I do not have the ability to do the other.
Every time I think of a person smoking too many cigarettes,
Yeah, we'll
I think
do
of
that.
Stellar meme.
Yeah, I'll do that. At one point while she's smoking, the cigarette just randomly goes out.
Definitely some draconic curses said under her breath. I'm pretty sure I can... Yeah, I can relight it with prestidigitation.
Yeah. The worst part is it'll just be a war of this. Senka
Yeah.
could just put it out. Senka could just put it out with her invisible mage hand, and Azra could just relight it.
Yup. The
Fucking
unending
do it
battle.
again.
But while she's relighting it, Senka, this is when Senka will be quiet. She'll basically just lean against the wall that she's near.
I cannot get away from his zine, please. Come on.
I can't. Everywhere I go, I
He's
see
in my
his face.
dreams now, man.
But yeah, she leans against the wall, and as Azra's smoking, she hears the sound of a cork popping.
Like a crack addict. Where?
And you see Senka holding a bottle of Dwarven Fire whiskey.
She kind of gives you that finger like, you.
Senka takes a swig, and then the bottle just floats over to Azra.
Azra will take hold of it. What is this costing me, Senka? And why did they send you after me?
I actually did this of my own volition. Grimfoot went to go lay down.
Azra takes a swig.
And
They didn't send you?
nope.
Yeah, Penny, they didn't send you. Go back into the void. Back into the void.
Now you're fucking Albrecht Dipterati.
Back into the void. Nope. Didn't like when I closed her in.
Definitely did talk to Asaya why you definitely would be upset at the choice you made.
You're here. And Grimfoot didn't send you. There's no Minotaur. The sky isn't breaking. The ground isn't shaking. There's not a sandstorm. Shit.
No natural disaster in sight.
Oh my gosh. Grimfoot actually left me alone! So what are we doing? Are we drinking the town under Senka?
That doesn't sound like a bad idea.
Well, I've got like 10 gold to waste into drinking tonight.
Alright,
But
let's see
I'm
how much I can
certain-
spare.
I'm certain a few coins in certain pouches won't be a problem going missing.
If I want to do a fair budget, I got 28 with myself.
We can probably lift a few. I still can play a lute drunk. Ashra and
then.
Senka are getting lit tonight.
Hell yeah.
Leave her alone. For one fucking night.
So I'm
Get
assuming that
drunk.
are you also using your bard trade to
Yes.
make money to put back?
Well,
Are
that's-
you putting
I
it
think
back
that's
into
my
drinking?
background.
Okay, sorry.
You're
Are you
good.
using your background to put it back into drinking?
Yep.
You may do so. And you can. Are you just going to one bar? Or are you bar hopping?
Bar hopping.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
So you can bar hop from bar to bar. Let's go find some fun bar names. So the first one you head to is the Poor Violin, which immediately as you walk in, it is someone who is playing a violin so horribly that it is almost grating, and then you hear a soft applause, and you see this is actually a trend at this tavern to try and play your violin the worst, to see who can do it the worst.
So you want to purposely make screw up your song.
Yep. But it's like supposed to be perfectly at the crescendo, the climax of the song. You need to play it as horrible as possible.
I think I need a little bit more.
A little bit more do it on purpose.
No, I just don't want to remember what this is about to sound like.
Fair enough.
I guess I'm attempting this, Ryan.
Okay.
There's no way she's drunk
Roll
yet.
performance check. Are you also going to attempt this, Senko? They have a public violin that you can use.
Public violin. Would Senka try this? I guess why not?
You may also make a performance check.
All right. As someone who's not trained to use a
Unless you have proficiency in violin, which I think might be... You could also have expertise in violin, I have no idea. But I doubt you.
I have no musical tool expertise. Or musical tool proficiencies for that matter. 9.
I rolled a 17. I have expertise in performance. That's a 30.
So, who's going first?
I'll let Senka
Let's
go
say we'll-
first. Azra needs to drink a
Yeah.
little more.
Okay. So, Senka, start to play the song. And it's not good at any point, but no matter what, whenever you mess up, there is a general applaud around the tavern, and everyone kind of cheers their drink and they drink. And you kind of sense mistakes around here are just part of performing, and they just applaud mistakes because at least you're trying. So even when you mess up, there's no sense that anyone here cares. They're just happy they're getting drunker then.
Yeah.
So it's somewhat of a drinking game as you go on. But as Azra gets on stage, you do a beautiful song, and then at the absolute crescendo, and at the top and the point of this playing, what are you gonna do? Because you can do whatever you want at this point. You are an expert at this.
They want it to sound bad?
Yeah, they want it to be awful.
Oh god, I can think of so many ways to make this sound bad. I mean, I guess she'll use a mixture of twanging the strings and... You know, the worst way you could play a violin is not using the bow, so she will move away from using the bow and only occasionally ever going back to it. And play it more like a fiddle. And it doesn't sound good.
Okay.
I can
You know
also
what?
think
That-
of
that
another
actually is
few
pretty
ways
perfect.
to play this bad.
You basically fiddle your way through a violin solo, which in the end sounds horrible. So it is perfect for this, and pretty much the entirety of as you are making this almost minute-long mistake, they are drinking the entire time. You kind of watch a couple people are going all the way back, leaning back on their chairs, and they just hit the ground, and then they just tumble back forward. Pretty graceful. You can tell there's quite a few bards in this tavern. Then they cheer after they get back up.
As we're going for, let's not get as many people as we can approach.
The one time I didn't want to roll well, and I rolled really well.
However, there is an applause, and then the next person gets on stage. And this just kind of happens. A couple people try to actually get the song pretty good the full way through, and then they just naturally mess up. Drink naturally.
And of course, Senka will follow along with the game. When there's a mess up, she'll go ahead and drink.
Azra agrees agrees to this
Also-
sentiment.
Mhm. Also, go ahead and preemptively remove the gold I'm willing to spend out of the out of my gold pool. We'll assume it gets used. And I guess if we don't use all the gold, we'll just the last bar we visit, drinks in the house.
Crunk,
There we go.
crunk, crunk, crunk.
The last bar you visit, we'll give you a new bar name. The Foul Fart Tavern. Yep, you pass by the Foul Fart Tavern and you think about going inside, and you just think for a second. Nope, that's not it. You just shake your head.
Alright, we definitely
And
weren't
then you
expecting
you
class
head
like
over
that.
to the fancy banjo.
Ooh.
That's so much better.
And you see
Crap.
this is a more modest place, but there is like a very old man just in the corner playing a banjo. That's it.
Hmm. This one's definitely playing. What do you think, Azra? You think you can play that just as well?
I'm sorry, you were saying something?
Is that what you think? You think you can play a banjo just as well?
I'm sorry, I'm really mesmerized by his playing.
Sanka just grins as she just leans back, listening.
Both of you roll a Constitution save for me.
Gotcha.
Crunk,
Get
please.
faced.
Please,
Shit
Crunk,
faced.
Please, Crunk, please, Crunk.
8.
Oh, fucking
Ooh.
Crunk, I rolled a 1. Crunk,
And that
Crunk,
one?
Crunk. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, so you're mesmerized by this banjo playing. You're just kind of leaning back in your chair, and you eventually just pass out. And Senka, you're still pretty conscious at this point, but you look over and you see Azra has just fallen asleep in this chair, almost perfectly balancing while leaned back in this chair.
Pass out, Crunk, pass out.
I mean, this will definitely be a memory. Sanka just like puts her fingers together, you know, to do like the little square as if taking a picture. Little minor illusion of Azra just like perfectly balancing while she's passed out. Yeah. And then after that, she just moves her fingers and the image disappears. But that'll just be for me and me only. She just takes, she just gets one more drink and then relaxes for a bit before she decides to get Azra back to the palace.
Okay. Are you waking her up, or are you going to carry her?
I can carry her.
Okay, just roll me another con save just to see if Azra stays asleep.
Fuck, it's an 18. So it's like a 23 total.
Okay, if you want to awake, you can.
She will, she's not gonna...
How long does it take you to wake?
Probably just as you're getting out the door.
Alright. So she probably shifts from Princess carrying Azra to just shoulder, or just like giving her the shoulder support. Alright, let's get back.
We took a bottle to go, right?
Yeah, we got one.
Cool.
Ryan, what bottle would we have gotten?
You would have gotten the...
pitch moonshine.
Pitch moonshine.
Heck
Gotcha.
yeah.
Oh, you want to put it in your inventory? Or should I put it in mine?
You can put it in yours.
All right.
I just want to specify that's with a P, not with a D.
Oh no, pitch
P, not a D.
moonshine. Does it taste like that banjo sounds?
All right. Pitch moonshine. All right. Perfect.
You can make it back to the pyramid, and I think it's a good spot to end right there.
Yeah. One last thing. Senko will just ask. So, which room do you want me to take you to, Azra?
Leave me on the floor.
My room it is.
I want the floor.
I'll let you have the floor, but we'll go in there, okay?
No, that's gay. Or is that necrophiliac? Sure, vampire now.
There you go.
Good question.
Gay necrophilia.
Hmm.
Drunk Azra is straight.
Probably gonna have to ask the Crimson Mistress. But either way, she'll still bring Azra to the floor, and she will or bring her to her room, and then just with the pillow, just put it in Azra's head, blanket, let her rest on the floor. Senka will just lie on the ceiling.
Is there enough room between the mattress and like the floor of whatever her bed would have been?
Sure.
Azra's going underneath that. It's dark. It's warm. It's the closest thing she's getting to a swamp.
I'll ask, is there anything that Hundor and Grimfoot are doing before the night ends? So I'm just gonna start the next one.
Having their gay sleepover.
Ooh.
If there was a gay sleepover, then it's only by whenever Z's there.
Well,
Or
let's
like
just put it this way.
polyamorous.
Hundor needs a cuddle buddy because Z's not here.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're gonna
Getting
use
more
your
than
one
that
spell.
upskirt view?
You're gonna use your one spell to make him think. Okay, I see.
Good
No.
throw.
Grimfoot's just gonna awkwardly stare at Hundor as he falls asleep. That's it, though.
Grimfoot, why are you staring at me?
Why are you staring back?
Because you have the eyes of a literal owl, and I can barely sleep when you do this.
More like you should be glad it's not daylight, because if he's sleeping and staring at you over top of you, you are looking up skirt, my dude.
You want me to be an owl? I can be.
I want you to be off of me, is what I want.
Who?
Grimfoot, please.
It could also be a screeching barn owl.
Oh god.
You don't want that one.
You want me to be well rested for tomorrow, right?
Grimfoot's asleep.
Good.
He's missing too many spell slots, man.
That's
The
the sound
fuck?
y'all making.
Yeah.
Lots of snoring sounds. That's
I
what
had something I
Wait, why
want
did I
to
just
do, but I
suddenly
have
hear
no
a loud
spells.
moo?
That's
Exactly.
That's not a bill. That is a deer mating sound.
Oh.
Ah.
I just like how we're glossing over the fact that that's on your soundboard even to begin with, but
I
we
used
move.
it in my Sunday session.
Yeah, she actually used it
Yeah,
for
no, yeah,
D&D. That is
I just never remembered to remove it.
now it's there.
Yeah.
It's not allowed to be removed. Just in case, you know?
Just in case if you need a deer.
Just in case Jay comes across Melinda's dad again.
Ugh.
I lost all my air after that was said.
Do
Wow.
your mod duties.
Oh no, not again.
Why haven't you done the thing to make it to do the thing?
It does. It'll remove if there's a link and stuff, but because there's a space between it, it doesn't count as a link. Make it go bye-bye.
Another session with no